Good evening, and welcome to tonight's peaceful journey. I'm so glad you've chosen to spend this quiet time with me as we escape together to a place of complete tranquility and rest. Before we begin our adventure, I want you to get completely comfortable. Adjust your pillows to support you perfectly. Pull your blankets to just the right warmth and let your entire body sink deeply into your bed. Feel yourself becoming heavier with each breath. Now, let's take 3 slow, calming breaths together, preparing your mind and body for the most restful experience. Breathe in slowly through your nose for 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now release gently through your mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, draw in that cool, fresh air. 1, 2, 3, 4, and let it flow out slowly, releasing any tension from your day. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more beautiful, deep breath in. 2, 4, and out, letting go of everything except this moment of peace. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Now close your eyes and let your breathing return to its natural rhythm as we begin our gentle journey to a very special place. Tonight, we're going to visit a cozy mountain cabin tucked away in a peaceful forest of towering pine trees. This is a place where time moves differently, where the only sounds are the gentle whisper of wind through branches and the distant call of an owl echoing across the valley. It's a refuge from the busy world, a sanctuary where comfort lives in every corner, and where deep, restorative sleep comes as naturally as the mountain air itself. So let's begin our approach to this wonderful retreat, where rest and peace are waiting for you. Picture yourself walking slowly along a winding mountain path on a perfect evening. The sun has just set behind the peaks, painting the sky in soft purples and deep blues, and the first stars are beginning to appear like tiny diamonds scattered across velvet. You're walking on a narrow gravel road that crunches softly beneath your feet with each step. The sound is rhythmic and soothing, like a gentle percussion that matches your heartbeat. Small stones roll slightly under your shoes, and you can feel the solid earth supporting you with every step forward. On both sides of the path, tall pine trees stretch toward the darkening sky. Their branches sway gently in the cool mountain breeze, creating a soft whooshing sound that seems to whisper, "Welcome," as you pass. The air smells clean and fresh, filled with the green scent of pine needles and the crisp coolness that only mountain evenings can provide. As you round a gentle curve in the path, you see it ahead of you, a warm, golden light filtering through the trees. Your mountain cabin is waiting, and you can see the soft glow of lamplight in the windows, promising comfort and warmth inside. feeling your steps naturally slow as anticipation builds. The gravel path transitions to a stone walkway, each stone worn smooth by countless footsteps of those seeking the same rest and tranquility you're about to find. The cabin grows larger as you approach, and you can make out more details in the gentle evening light. You've reached the front of the cabin now, and you pause for a moment to take in this beautiful sanctuary. The cabin is built from rich, honey-colored logs, each one carefully fitted to create strong, welcoming walls. The logs have aged to a perfect golden brown, and you can see the natural grain and character marks that tell the story of the trees they once were. Before you are 3 wide stone steps leading up to a covered front porch. These aren't just any stones. They're natural mountain stone, each one unique in color and texture, ranging from warm gray to deep charcoal with flecks of silver that catch the porch light. The stones are worn smooth in the centers, where countless feet have climbed these same steps, seeking the peace that waits inside. You place your hand on the wooden railing as you climb the first step. The railing is made from a thick pine log that has been stripped and sanded until it's perfectly smooth. Your hand fits naturally around its curved surface, and you can feel the warmth it has absorbed from the day's sunshine, even now in the cooling evening air. Step by step, you climb toward the porch, feeling the solid security of each stone beneath your feet. Pine needles are scattered across the steps, having fallen gently from the large pine tree that grows beside the cabin. They create a soft, natural carpet with their rich brown color and that distinctive pine scent that fills your nostrils with each breath. Now you're standing on the covered front porch, and it feels like being embraced by the cabin itself. The porch roof extends out over you, supported by 2 thick log pillars, each one showing the natural curves and character that only real trees possess. Above your head, wooden planks form the porch ceiling, painted a soft, weathered blue that reminds you of peaceful summer skies. To your right, a wooden porch swing hangs from strong chains, moving just slightly in the gentle mountain breeze. The swing is painted the same soft blue as the ceiling, and it has thick, comfortable cushions covered in a fabric that shows a pattern of pine trees and mountain peaks. You can almost feel how wonderful it would be to sit there on a sunny morning, gently swaying while watching the forest wake up. The front door stands before you now, a heavy wooden door made from wide planks of pine, stained a rich brown color that complements the cabin's logs perfectly. The door has traditional black iron hinges and a matching iron handle, both aged to have that authentic, time-worn appearance that speaks of quality and permanence. Above the door, there's a small window with frosted glass that glows warmly from the light inside, and just beside the door, a simple sign carved from wood reads, "Welcome," in friendly, hand-carved letters. You reach for the iron door handle, feeling its cool, solid weight in your hand, and gently turn it, hearing the soft click as the latch releases. The door swings open smoothly and silently, revealing the warm, inviting interior of your mountain retreat. You step across the threshold, and immediately you feel the temperature change as you move from honey color that seems to glow in the soft light from a simple overhead lamp. To your left, the wall is lined with a row of cast iron hooks mounted on a board of weathered barnwood. Each hook has been shaped by hand and shows the slightly irregular curves that come from traditional blacksmithing. Hanging from these hooks, you see various coats and jackets: a red wool coat, a well-worn fleece jacket in forest green, and a rain slicker that speaks of many mountain adventures. Below the hooks, built-in cubbies provide perfect storage for boots and shoes. The cubbies are made from the same honey-colored wood as the floor, and each one contains different types of footwear. You see worn hiking boots with traces of dried mud on their soles, telling stories of forest trails and mountain paths. There are cozy wool slippers, practical rain boots, and sturdy work boots, each pair waiting patiently for their next adventure. On the right side of the entryway, there's a simple wooden bench with a soft cushion covered in fabric that matches the porch swing. That same pattern of pine trees and mountain peaks in muted greens and browns. The bench looks like the perfect place to sit while changing from hiking boots to comfortable slippers, marking the transition from the outside world to this peaceful retreat. Above the bench, a small window looks out toward the forest, and even in the evening light, you can see the dark silhouettes of pine trees swaying gently against the star-filled sky. The window frame is painted the same soft blue as the porch ceiling, creating a pleasing continuity between outside and inside. On the bench, there's a woven basket containing various items that speak of mountain life: leather gloves worn soft from use, a knit cap in charcoal gray, and what appears to be a collection of trail maps, their edges softened from being folded and unfolded many times as explorers planned their adventures into the surrounding wilderness. Next to the window, a simple mirror with a rustic wood frame reflects the warm lamplight, making the space feel larger and more open. The mirror's frame is made from branches that still show their natural bark, giving it an authentic mountain feeling that perfectly complements the sea. Aben's overall character. As you stand in this welcoming entry space, you can smell the faint scent of wood polish mixed with the clean mountain air that seems to permeate every corner of the cabin. There's something deeply satisfying about this organized, purposeful space. Everything has its place, and everything serves the goal of making your mountain retreat experience perfect. Now you're ready to move deeper into the cabin, leaving the outside world completely behind as you enter the heart of this mountain sanctuary. You step from the entryway into the great room, and immediately you're enveloped by warmth and comfort that seems to reach out and embrace you. This is clearly the heart of the cabin, where all the best elements of mountain living come together in perfect harmony. The first thing that captures your attention is the magnificent stone fireplace that dominates the far wall. Built from natural mountain stone in shades of gray, brown, and rust, each rock has been carefully selected and fitted by skilled hands. The stones range from small, smooth river rocks to larger boulders, creating a mosaic of natural beauty that seems to tell the story of the mountains themselves. Inside the firebox, you can see the gentle dance of orange and yellow blankets resting there, and the seats have molded themselves to provide perfect support. Between the chairs sits a unique coffee table made from a cross-section of an enormous tree trunk. The wood has been polished to show off the beautiful grain patterns and annual rings that tell the story of decades of growth. The natural edge of the trunk has been preserved, creating an organic, flowing border that brings the forest right into the room. Above your head, the ceiling is supported by massive wooden beams, each one a work of art in itself. These beams were clearly cut from mature trees, and they still show the natural character marks, knots, and grain patterns that make each one unique. The beams run the length of the room, creating strong, reassuring lines that make the space feel both grand and intimate at the same time. Along one wall, built-in bookshelves stretch from floor to ceiling, filled with books that speak of adventure and contemplation. You can see the spines of nature guides, adventure novels, books of poetry, and volumes about mountain history. Some books are new and crisp, while others show the gentle wear that comes from being read and reread on quiet mountain evenings. Large windows frame views of the forest, and even in the darkness, you can see the silhouettes of pine trees against the star-filled sky. During the day, these windows would flood the room with natural light, but now they serve as frames for the peaceful mountain night, reminding you of the wilderness sanctuary that surrounds this cozy retreat. Draped over every seating surface are soft throw blankets in various textures and patterns. Some are thick wool in traditional plaid patterns, others are soft fleece in solid colors, and one appears to be hand-knitted in a cable pattern using natural sheep's wool. These blankets seem to call out, inviting you to wrap yourself in their warmth and settle in for a peaceful evening. The entire room is bathed in warm, golden light from several sources: the flickering fireplace, a simple table lamp with a shade made from natural parchment, and a soft glow from under cabinet lighting that illuminates the bookshelves. This layered lighting creates a sense of depth and warmth that makes every corner of the room feel inviting and peaceful. From the great room, you wander into the compact kitchen, and immediately you feel the sense of simplicity and functionality that makes mountain living so appealing. This kitchen has everything you need and nothing you don't, creating a space that feels both efficient and deeply comforting. The cabinets are made from knotty pine, finished in a natural color that lets the wood's character shine through. Each knot and grain pattern tells a story, and the cabinet doors have simple, traditional hardware, black iron pulls that feel solid and substantial in your hands. Some of the cabinet doors are left slightly open, revealing glimpses of the treasures stored inside. Instead of upper cabinets along one wall, there are open wooden shelves that display a collection of mason jars filled with various dried goods. You can see jars containing pasta, rice, dried beans, and various spices and herbs. The jars catch the soft kitchen lighting and create an almost magical display of colors and textures. The deep red of paprika, the golden yellow of turmeric, the rich brown of coffee beans. From a wrought iron rack suspended from the ceiling, copper pots and pans hang at various heights. Each piece of cookware has been well used and well maintained, developing that brought inside to serve this peaceful kitchen. The stone feels cool and smooth to the touch, and you can imagine how pleasant it would be to work on such a beautiful, natural surface. Above the deep porcelain sink, a small window looks out toward what appears to be a herb garden, though in the darkness, you can only make out the dim shapes of plants in neat rows. During the day, this window would provide a perfect view while washing dishes, connecting the person working in the kitchen with the natural world just outside. On the counter beside the sink, there's a wooden cutting board that shows the gentle wear patterns of years of use. The wood has been oiled and maintained until it has a rich, warm color, and you can see the slight depression in the center where countless vegetables have been chopped and prepared for nourishing mountain meals. In one corner of the kitchen sits a large cast iron skillet on the stovetop, seasoned to that perfect black patina that makes cast iron such a treasure for serious cooks. Next to it, a collection of wooden spoons stands in a simple ceramic crock, each spoon worn smooth from years of stirring and serving. Hanging from simple hooks near the stove are dish towels with cheerful patterns. One shows mountain wildflowers in blues and purples, another displays a pattern of pine trees, and a third is a simple gingham check in red and white. These small touches add warmth and personality to the functional space. Even in this compact space, there's a small dining area with a round wooden table just large enough for two people. The table is covered with a simple cloth in a soft blue and white check pattern, and in the center sits a small oil lamp with a glass chimney, ready to provide gentle lighting for intimate mountain dinners. The entire kitchen is filled with the lingering sense of good cooking, perhaps bread that was baked earlier in the day, herbs that were chopped for dinner, and that indefinable aroma that comes from a kitchen that has been well loved and frequently used to create nourishing, comforting meals. From the kitchen, you notice a handcrafted wooden ladder leading upward, disappearing into what appears to be a cozy loft space above. The ladder itself is a work of art, made from smooth, honey-colored wood with rungs that have been worn smooth by countless hands climbing toward Eats that seem to glow softly in the gentle light from a small bedside lamp. Over the bed lies a thick down comforter enclosed in a duvet cover made from the softest flannel in a subtle pattern of tiny pine trees. The comforter looks so fluffy and inviting that you can almost feel how wonderful it would be to slip underneath it and feel its weight settling over you like a warm, protective cloud. At the head of the bed, there are several pillows of varying sizes and firmness. Some are firm and supportive for reading, others are soft and yielding for deep sleep. Each pillow is covered in natural cotton pillowcases that have been washed so many times they've achieved that perfect softness that only comes with age and care. Next to the bed, there's a small reading nook created by a comfortable chair positioned near another small window. The chair is covered in soft wool fabric in a muted green color, and beside it sits a simple wooden table holding a reading lamp with a warm, golden bulb. A wool blanket is draped over the chair's arm, ready to provide extra warmth during late-night reading sessions. The entire loft is softly lit by the bedside lamp and the reading light, creating pools of warm, golden illumination that make the space feel like a sanctuary from the world below. The light is just bright enough to move around comfortably, but dim enough to encourage relaxation and prepare your body for sleep. Through a small window at the end of the loft, mountain air flows gently into the space, carrying with it the clean scents of pine and mountain wildflowers. The air is cool and fresh, perfect for deep, restful breathing, and you can hear the very faint sounds of the forest settling into its nighttime rhythm. This loft feels like the perfect retreat within a retreat, a place where you could curl up with a good book as you wind down from the day, and then slip easily into the most comfortable bed imaginable for a night of peaceful, uninterrupted sleep under the mountain stars. But before settling into that inviting bed, you decide to step out onto the back deck to experience the full beauty of this mountain sanctuary under the night sky. From the loft, a simple door leads out to a small deck that overlooks the wilderness beyond. As you step outside, you're immediately surrounded by the cool, clean mountain air that fills your lungs with each breath. The air is so pure and fresh that it seems to cleanse your entire respiratory system, preparing your body for the deepest, most restful sleep. Beneath your feet, the deck boards are made from weathered wood that has been softened by years of mountain weather. The boards are worn smooth by countless footsteps and show the gentle silver gray patina that only comes from natural aging under mountain skies. Each board tells the story of seasons passing, hot summers, snowy winters, and peaceful spring and autumn evenings, just like this one. In one corner of the deck sits a wooden rocking chair, perfectly positioned to take in the spectacular view of the mountain valley below. The chair has been weathered to the same soft gray as the deck boards, and its curved runners are worn smooth from years of gentle rocking as people sat here to watch sunrises, sunsets, and the slow passage of mountain days. just barely visible, all of them twinkling gently as the Earth's atmosphere moves between you and their ancient light. The Milky Way stretches across the sky like a river of stars, reminding you of your connection to the vast, peaceful universe. In the distance, you can hear the gentle sounds of the mountain night, the soft hoot of an owl echoing from somewhere deep in the forest, the rustle of small creatures moving through the underbrush, and the subtle sound of wind moving through pine branches, creating nature's own lullaby that has been singing creatures to sleep for thousands of years. The cool mountain air moves gently across your skin, and you can feel your body naturally relaxing in response to this perfect environment. Your breathing automatically becomes deeper and more regular, matching the slow rhythm of the night breeze that flows across the deck. You could stay here forever, rocking gently in this peaceful chair, wrapped in the soft blanket, breathing the clean mountain air and watching the stars slowly wheel across the sky. But you know that just a few steps away, that comfortable bed is waiting, ready to provide the most restful sleep you've ever experienced. As you sit here in this perfect moment, you feel your eyelids becoming heavier, your breathing becoming deeper and more relaxed, your entire body settling into the peaceful rhythm of the mountain night. And now, it's time to let yourself drift into the deepest, most peaceful sleep, surrounded by the gentle sounds of the mountain wilderness, protected and comfortable in your cozy cabin retreat.